Today, you've got a special one for you. It's a pre-release that was sent to me. Well, it's only just arrived, so it's, you know the way the post is. Anyway, I've done this one as quickly as I can do because it's just hit the market. Yeah, so it's got an official release date, the 28th of June, so little time to go yet. I got a parcel the other day, it's just like Christmas, didn't know what was in it. This is what I opened it, and I found these. So I took out this big white box, and look what I found. Let me introduce you to Pete. He's a fine looking chap with his superhero belt on, and I'm sure he knows a thing or two about sound. Okay, first up we'll look at what's in the box, and then we'll have a look and see about connecting them up, and then I'll give you a quick rundown on any technicalities, and then we'll see about what they actually sound like, and take it from there. I'm quite impressed with the box on these. It's actually very nicely packaged. They've got good quality graphics on them, which doesn't mean they're going to sound any good, but it does mean that at least it's got a good head start. It means they're proud of their product, if nothing else. And nice bit of embossing and shiny bits. Anyway, looking at the specifications here, they're 20 to 20, 10 meters, 6 hours, blah blah blah. Basically, they're pretty normal. You should get a full day out of them if you use the charging case. Now, look at the box here. This is a nice bit of black box. It's not particularly firm, but it's good enough to do the job. It's well put together, though. It was quite difficult getting it open. As you can see there, I'm trying to pull the thing, and there we go. There it is. Now, what we've got to do is pull out a bit of foam, and the little box comes with it. Now, in the box, what's in the box? You will find there are some replacement silicone ear pieces, and there's two complete sets there, slightly different sizes. I found the ones that came with it were more than adequate for my ear holes, but then that doesn't mean anything. And a USB-C lead, which is the only way of charging it. So that's nice and simple. It's only short, not going to take up too much room, and quite neatly packaged. They actually do bother, which is quite nice. Now, looking at some of the other stuff on the market, it's all just thrown in a bag. Foam is there, it's nice and rigid, and then we've got this case. Now, the case I guess it's ABS, but it's a thumb tool, and it's about 1 3/4 thumbs long, and it's works out at, that's about 1 inch tall, and about 1 and something inches long, 1.5 inches long. It's not huge. It's about the same size as the ones I did before, so I was quite surprised about that. Inside, you can see they're clearly marked left and right, and you've got the two little pods. Now, they are the type that have got the sticky down bits, but they're not like drain pipes. I've got some of the drain pipe ones. They're awful. These are nice. These fit nicely in the ear hole, and you've got the charging points on the bottom there. That's where it clicks into the case. And they are small, but they are quite nice. They're not slippery particularly, and they feel good. Now, I've always had a problem with earplugs, earphones, whatever you want to call them, and I've always had a problem getting them to stick in. But these I don't have any real problem with at all. They are a nice fit. They seem to have been designed quite well. Whether they're a rip-off of anybody else's design, I wouldn't like to say. They are obviously of a style. Then, all cars have 4 wheels. All earphones have to go in your ears. So I'm not going to make any observations other than to say that they are quite nice. They are not like drain pipes. Looking at the instructions there, it tells you to pair it. Now, I did this, and it was very simple. It literally came up with it straight away, and I just touched pair, and it said, do you want to do the properties? Well, the stuff it can't do, so I just said yes anyway, and it paired within seconds, which is quite unusual for me in Bluetooth. Anyway, that was quite good. I enjoyed that, and then I listened to some Johnny Walker, which is a English radio DJ from the 60s, and the show wasn't from the 60s and 70s, but it was rather nice. And this is where the thing came in quite well. You've got all the controls on here. You've got volume and modes and all that sort of thing, and you've got stuff in it like noise cancelling and all of the pieces like that. But I'm not going into all of that because it gets too technical. I'm more interested in the sound of these things and whether they actually work. So yes, they do control the volume, yes, they do go into different modes, and yes, they do produce a sound. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a look in a little bit and find out what sort of sound they produce. Now, this is just the instruction book. It's in 7 languages, which is okay, but it's only 7 pages in 7 languages, so that's easy enough. And it's actually nice they bother, not just a slip shoved in the box. So we're doing this thing here. We've got the pre-launch, it's $39.99, and that's special offer. And it's got all the details here, so we can look down here. It's got adaptive, aptX adaptive, and it's got various other things which mean that it's all going to sound better than it did before. 35 dB lower, 12mm bio diaphragm, super long life battery, 24 hours if you use the whole lot together, and it comes with latency mode, and it's that's for gaming, of course, just for the people that aren't into that sort of thing. What it means is that the sound and the vision should sync up well on the games, and also, of course, if you're watching films, you could use it. If you find the lip syncs out, please just tell me to get on with it and do the sound. I've got them here. Small, neat, in the box. And they're not like drain pipes, so they're pretty good. I shall get that out. And you can see the little lights on. That is small and light. I've been wearing them for a couple of hours now, and they're absolutely amazing. I tell you what, I've got some weird traces on my, if you're used to my channel, I don't just sort of say, oh, that sounds nice, whatever. I try and prove it, or I try and disprove it. I've got the odd trace you might be interested in, and it shows what's what. It's quite interesting, but we'll see how it goes. I'll take you through it. First I want to show you this. This is the sound spectrum analyzer for the headphones being connected to my microphone, which is not a good way of doing it. But you can see it goes up to in excess of 20 kilohertz, which is pretty damn good. In fact, that trace is pretty good all over, actually. I think the important bit is the sound quality. They are absolutely amazing. I thought the other ones were good, but these, the bass is there. There is no doubt it is there. When you're hearing something with a bit of bass, and I'm talking proper bass, not just the boom, boom, boom stuff, but proper instruments making bass noises, you can hear where they are and what they're doing. It is absolutely amazing. The thing that struck me was how quiet the background noise was, which is of course down to the noise cancelling. They arrive with a 60% charge, so charge them up and you'd be good for your 24 hours. This low latency thing is important because if you're trying to make a game and you've got to control stuff, you need to hear what's going on at the time you want to hit it and stuff. And if you're trying to watch a film and it's got explosions and people talking, it's nice if the lips move at the right time. We all know that problem with the old stuff, but this new stuff, they've got over that problem, so it should be good for that. But the sound quality, again, is going to be good. What struck me most was the comfort and the sound quality and the convenience. They're really nice, and I mean that with a capital N. And this launch deal makes it well worth having. If you'd like to get involved, there is a link in the description which will take you through. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy your headphones if you buy some. And maybe you'd like to subscribe, hit the like button and all that sort of good stuff. Catch you another time. Cheers.